Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance of Gatlin, and look at the time.
It's the American leading the Jamaican at the moment.
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We back with another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building, and this is going to be a crazy episode. This is the day, not day one. Sorry.
It's day two.
Day
two.
two.
Being there in Paris.
Then day two in Paris, man. The days are, it's going by so fast, man.
Going by so fast, man. We got a few things to cover, man. Listen, after the world record performance yesterday, man, of the USA, who've done an excellent job.
The mixed relay.
The mixed relay. We've watched the Netherlands come and actually come back for the win. The USA actually finished with the silver and Great Britain with the bronze. But listen, monstrous leg from Femke Bol.
You said Netherlands came back. Yes, she represents the Netherlands, but Femke came back. Like a true James Bond villain that we know her name should be titled to. Femke Bol looked unstoppable, bro. First of all, before we even get to the fourth leg, like, let's walk through how it looked. Like, if I'm a part of a world record relay and it's the same quartet going into the finals, I'm having the most confidence in the world, dog. Like, we just beat every field and every team by like 3 seconds, bro. Like, we on top of the world. Who's stopping us?
Yeah, but yeah, I think the one thing that they didn't really account for is the X factor. Femke didn't run in the prelims because she didn't have to. They just needed to advance to the final to put the X factor in for the finish. Now, even at the world relays, we've watched Femke, and I'm pretty sure the relay coaches watched that also. And you saw what she can do. We know that Femke could go 48. Now, from what I'm hearing, she split 47.9, which is still another level. I feel like the USA still did a great job, but they couldn't account for 47.9, bro.
Listen, bro, I'm still on the point. You just said she split 47. That means that in the flat she run 48.
Yeah, she's getting closer and closer to her counterpart in Sydney McLaughlin, who also split 47 in her world championship 4x4.
Dude, again, bro. Listen, I'm going to tell you who's very happy in this Olympics right now going forward. New Balance.
New Balance without a doubt. I mean, you got 1 and 2 going against each other and they're both signed a New Balance. They don't care who wins. They don't. Long as it's New Balance on this doggone podium.
Y'all enjoy yourselves.
Hey, Nike, Adidas, On Run, Puma, you guys better sign somebody else to try to get on this podium because right now,
no,
New Balance going to have 1 and 2.
If you a sponsor, you pull out all your resources from the women's 400 hurdles and you put them somewhere else because that spot is taken. Gold and silver is taken, bro.
You can imagine if you're the person who was responsible for signing them both.
Oh, you winning, dog. Whoever signed Sydney to New Balance and signed Femke to New Balance, y'all need to go ahead and write a book. If y'all not the same person, y'all need to get together and collaborate and write a book together.
Hey, so whoever know who signed them both, please drop in the comments. Not the agent, but the actual person from New Balance who closed on their contracts. Put their name in the comments. We want to blow you up, man. You did a good job. Whoever closed these contracts out.
Amazing. But let's go back to the mixed relay right now. Because seriously, bro, like, man, I think Vernon Norwood did an amazing job leading off. He showed veteran poise. He ran a great 350 meters and then hit another year for that last 50 meters to hand the stick off to Shamir Little and gave her a great lead. Shamir Little did her thing all the way through the round. She was contested by Clever going into the last 150, and she still held her own.
Yeah, she responded very well. She definitely did, man. I mean, but Shamir Little from college days, anybody that rolls up on the side of her, she moves with them, and then she finishes them off. So she done exactly what her coaches coached her to do. So
I feel like when I watch Shamir Little run, in my mind, I'm thinking like how she be thinking in her mind, like, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. Get your ass back. No, you ain't.
And in my head, like she talks very like strong. So she from what I've heard, she has a very strong personality. So I can see her.
She
saying
does.
something
She
like
scares me. Like how Tara scares you.
Yeah,
Shamil
Tara,
Lil,
yes,
you scare
yes,
me.
yes.
Like I'll be
Yes,
like,
I said that off camera. That's the first time you said that on camera.
I did, really,
Tara
right?
she does scare me.
She does scare you.
me.
Every time I see Shamir, I'll be like, hey, Shamir. But going back to it, man, I think that Dedmon did a great job. He held his own, and he handed the stick off to Kaylin. You know what I mean? A little bit ground was made up by Belgium. You know what I'm saying? Going from Dedmon's leg into Kaylin's leg. But not enough to where they could not win the finals, right? In walks the X Factor.
Mm-hmm.
Femke Bol got the stick, and when you watch her run, she didn't use her arms for the first half of the 400.
No. She paced. It looked like she paced them at their pace. Like, I'm going to run what you guys are going to run, and then I am going to explode on you later on.
Yes, as she ran down the backstretch, you saw that she had low carrying arms, and then all of a sudden, going into the last 150, arms got bigger. She went from fifth place to first. She went from fourth place to first place by a margin.
Yes, because she didn't just pass Kaylin. She passed Kaylin. She put a deficit on her, and which Kaylin did an awesome job, man. Like 49-1. From what I'm hearing, her split is a great split for a female on a 4x4. It's an awesome split. But when you're running against 47-9, it looks on the camera that it's subpar, that she didn't do a good job. But she did a good job. It's just that X factor. Now, the only thing that I could put into everybody's head is that the X factor for the United States would have been Sydney McLaughlin. You put that on there, maybe we talking about a 305, 306 world record, rather than we finishing with Femke Bol with the Olympic record and a gold medal.
So my question to you is, you answered the question. You said that the countering X factor against Femke Bol in the mixed relays would be a Sydney.
It would have been.
So is that if you was a relay coach for Team USA for the mixed relays, is that something that you would go out and vet? Would you try your hardest to make sure that this never happens again? Because clearly the Netherlands has been working this whole year, because we was at World Relays and we watched them put together a great team, and they went out and did their job when it counted, which is the Olympics. They made the podium and they got to the top of the podium, bro.
When you think about it, that's the job. You know, as a relay coach, that is the job for that not to happen, to come from the strongest nation in the world of America and to put your best foot forward. Now, I must say personal goals might get in the way of that sometimes. You know what I mean? We're talking about the world record holder and the Olympic gold medalist. You know, do I feel like my legs would be tapped if I do that for my country? Do I sacrifice a mixed relay gold medal for a possible 400-meter world record again and another gold medal? You know what I mean? You got to make choices. So I just think it was a hard choice. You know, maybe they did vet for it and Sydney declined. I know of none of this. These are just speculations. But I'm just saying, like, what do you do in that situation? Do you put it all forward and say, if Femke's running, I'm there because I got to defend my country? Or you sit by and you be like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm looking for something else in this Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard one. I feel like this right here is the epitome of what bittersweet really is.
Yeah.
You break the world record as Team USA in the prelims. You run 3:07.41. The finals, you get silver. The gold is 3:07.43 to win. How do you feel about that? What would you take in this situation? Are you going for the world record? Would you say, give me the world record, or would you say, give me the gold medal?
No, I'm pretty sure those same four athletes would go and say, give me the gold medal. That's what they went there for. They didn't go there for a world record. You know what I mean? World records are made to be broken. But once you have a gold medal, nobody can take that away. You know what I mean? They want the hardware to go on with it. Now, they'll get that silver medal, but, I mean, it's so crazy to say that in being from one of the best countries in the world, in America, like those athletes, coming home with a silver, sometimes for them almost feels like a failure or something.
I'm speaking from experience of watching 4x4s throughout my career, and it always seemed like women's 4x4, men's 4x4 when it came to Team USA, it was easy street for them because they put together always a strong quartet. And watching them like in the warm-up area getting ready for their finals, they were laughing, they were joking, like, we got this. This is the bag. And the history shows from Sanya Richards to LaShawn Merritt, Jeremy Warner's, like we always had the dominant 400-meter sprinters and was able to seal the deal. Now it looks like it's going to be a little more pressure going into finals for mixed relay and possibly for the traditional 4x4 as well. Like everybody's going to be tapped in and zoned in because you may not come out with the easy street gold medal anymore.
Listen, commentators say it all the time. I don't know if the coaches are not hearing it or anything, the American coaches or because some of the coaches that coach Americans aren't even American, but I'm not sure if the coaches are hearing it. The world is catching up. It's not going to be easy street anymore. We've seen that with the doggone NCAAs, with Nikisha Price, with the 100-meter final, in which top 7 of the 100 meters in the NCAA were not American. The world is catching up. What is America going to do? So that means they have to dive more into investing more into their athletes. You know what I mean? Investing more into how they coach their athletes to dominate on the world stage.
Absolutely. You're right. That's an issue that I really believe that Mike Marsh, Coach Marsh, and Coach Michelle Freeman are going to definitely tackle going into World Championships next year. Or World Championship next year?
Yep.
Oh, man.
But we're going to have to be real.
What a time to be an athlete, boy. Like every year is a championship now, dog.
World Indoors is next year also.
World Indoors next year, bro. Like everything.
They're going to need help, though. They're going to need some of these agents to back off, and they're going to need some of these coaches to let them do their job. That's what's going to have to happen, because the relay coaches don't have, from what I hear from a really good source, they don't have full autonomy over these athletes that they're trying to coach to get these gold medals.
They never have. I mean, me being a Team USA athlete throughout my career, obviously, full autonomy for relay coaches has been very elusive, right? Even with the females breaking the 4x1 record, men doing a great job breaking the American record, there always was something that stood in our way from getting the job done totally and allowing the relay coaches to do their job fully, right? And I think we as Team USA have to recognize that when you're sitting at home and you're looking at the correspondence across America, they're talking about that. They're talking about relays. They're talking about, oh, Team USA dropped the baton or Team USA didn't win the relay. America is a team-oriented country. Like, we care about our team sports more than we do our individuals. I'm sorry, it's true. So when we falter as a team, it makes world news. So I think now as an organization, when it comes to USA Track and Field, we need to take that in consideration, because regardless of what you feel, if you feel mixed relay isn't, one of the most high-profile relays or events, it's going to make news. It's actually going to make traction in America. So I think that we need to take it more serious and allow these relay coaches to handle their business and do their job.
Yeah, I definitely think so, man. Shoot, we have anything else from that great performance from the Netherlands, closing out with a gold medal, man? And shoot, that's their first mixed relay Olympic gold medal, because I think this is the first Olympics with the mixed relay.
Other than the fact that when Femke Bol came across that line, she still was standing after she ran 47.
47.9. Yeah, that definitely was
That
crazy.
tells me right there, she ready for everything that's coming down the pipeline in this Olympics right now.
Yeah, I still, I like Femke. I still can't bet against Sydney. Sydney, I think Sydney's still going.
Well,
can't get the code.
If we know anything about the Olympics is one of the most unpredictable events in the world. And why I say that is because
we've seen it tonight.
the Olympics itself it kind of like attaches your childhood dreams and ambitions to who you are today. It taps you on the shoulder and it says, hey, you remember when you wanted to be Olympic gold medalist when you were 6 years old? You remember when you signed that contract to go to college, or you get your scholarship and you was happy to be in college, or that contract you signed to turn pro? All those kind of flashbacks and memories come back to the front of your mind as you getting ready for your finals at the Olympics. Women's 100 meters. Let's get it popping. What did you feel? What did you see? Because those are the moments that are in those situations that you really see yourself.
First thing I want to say, what I saw was I saw Shelly-Ann wasn't in that damn semifinal. That's what I saw. But I heard there were issues, man, with a rule change, and I heard that Sha'Carri wasn't allowed into the warm-up area during the semifinal either, which is very unfortunate, in which somebody from the IOC or some representative is going to have to address the situation as to what happened. You have to tell the people, why was Shelly-Ann missing? Because you leave speculation on people to believe whatever they want to believe. And I'm hearing that it's based on this rule change, and Shelly-Ann walked away, and Sha'Carri sat around, and then she was allowed to come in. You know what I mean? It's just so many things that can mess you up mentally in your moment. Now, do these things change in the final when they're able to compete? We don't know. But what we don't know is the things that is happening behind the scenes. And if any of you can speak out on it, we want you to speak out. Or if you don't want to speak out on that platform, come to RSG and tell us.
Exactly. Exactly. I personally feel, before we even get cracking on how the finals was set up, because when we watched the lineup and watched those ladies standing behind the blocks, there was a lane that was open, lane 5, and it was Shelly-Ann who withdrew from the finals. Remember, I said a post today. This is Mommy Rocket's last Olympics. Mm-hmm. This was going to be her last Olympic 100 meters we were ever going to see her run, ever. All the memories that she has given us, all the times, amazing times that she put down the track that has wowed us. I feel like whoever was in play to make these rules and didn't make these rules clear to where it benefited the athletes' preparation to get onto the track and give their best efforts, shortchanged not only us, but shortchanged the world. We're going to remember that vacant lane as we always look back through YouTube and other platforms that show great 100-meter races. And that lane's going to be empty where Shelly-Ann should have stood. And she should have ran.
Yeah. And if we are wrong, somebody from the Olympic Committee, address the world. Tell us what happened. If we are wrong, I mean, we've been wrong before. Let us know what happened, but we can only speak on what we think we know. And we might not know, but speak on it, please. We always see y'all hiding in the shadows. Nobody say nothing and just let it carry on. Let us know if we're wrong.
Absolutely. I just had to get on my soapbox real quick, bro. I had to be a little bit mad, bro, because I understood I know what it feels like to retire and it be your last championship. You know what I mean? And you don't get to have that fairy tale ending. Now, mind you, in sports, you know, we overlook the fact that a lot of elite athletes don't have that fairy tale ending. They don't.
More than very little.
Not just in track and field.
In every sport.
Let's be honest. Michael Jordan,
LeBron,
Tom Brady,
LeBron James.
LeBron James ain't retired, bro.
Hey, you
trying to retire LeBron already, Doug?
Listen, man, I'm gonna say it in this camera. LeBron, if you win another championship, boy, I give you a high five. Ain't no more.
You said a high five?
Yeah, ain't no more championships for that boy. That junk done.
Come on, man. He got Bronny over there with him, man. Come on, let him get that, man.
If
Look
you
at your face,
said
man.
Dame Dollar or something like that, I got you.
Let's go, Lakers.
No disrespect to Bronny. Bronny still has a lot of development to do. He's a good basketball player.
Let's go, Lakers.
But no disrespect.
Let's go, Lakers.
To Bronny. I'm just saying he needs better pieces.
Back to my point.
Everywhere.
You watch all of these great athletes that we have grown up watching, and usually their fairy tale ending does not happen.
No.
It doesn't. And I think that's something that we should change the narrative on that, because they're giving so much to us to the game of sports, period, across the board. And to have something like that happen, and like you said, I don't know what happened. We don't know the details of this situation when it comes to Shelly-Ann, but at the end of the day, that's who we respect, man. They put their hard-earned hours that they can spend with their family on that track still to this day, and then they could have been able to retire riding into the sunset.
Yeah. They put it out there it was because of injury, but when I saw the video, I was like, that girl ain't injured. But anyway.
But that's the thing, though, bro. Like, you always hear, like, you never know what's happening. One thing says, oh, hamstring injury. Then another thing says, they wasn't led into the warm-up area. Let us know what's happening, y'all.
Yeah,
what's going on out here?
Fans,
what's going on?
The fans definitely want to know. But moving on to the final, that's actually what happened in the semi. Man, we have the final, man. My pick was rearranged. One, Shelly-Ann wasn't able to run the final. You know, I had Sha'Carri winning. I had Julien Alfred second, and I had Mommy Rocket at third. You know what I mean? Watching Mommy Rocket in the prelims, I thought I might have to rearrange it a second or first, but that didn't happen. But Julien Alfred, very impressive. She dominated the race from start to finish. She dominated a semifinal from start to finish. She went out there and she made history for her country. I'm so proud of her, you know what I mean? My pick was wrong, but I can't be more proud for a fellow Caribbean athlete making history for the first medal in her country, and that medal being a gold.
What country is that?
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia in the building. Making history. Your first Olympic medal is a gold medal. Out of 7.9 billion people on the earth, the fastest woman today, the Olympic gold medalist, comes from St. Lucia. Y'all stand up. I know y'all out there cheering. Somebody send some videos from St. Lucia. We already know that y'all going crazy on the island right now, man. Y'all have to be. People who ain't even related to her crying like they her mama right now, bro. It has to be.
100%. She's going to go into their history books and everything else. But I want to implore everybody that watch us. She has an interview in Monaco when she wins, where she said she almost quit track, bro. And she said her coach, Coach Flo, encouraged her so much to continue and look at the result of that.
Shout out to Flo. Shout out to Flo. Shout out to Team Texas. University of Texas, man, he's done a great job. He won championship this past year as well. He's doing a great job. He has the Olympic gold medalist female in the 100 meters. He's carrying on the success. He's doing an amazing job at coaching right now, for sure, man. To know that Julien was going to quit track and field as a whole.
As a whole, bro.
And then you flip that page to the next chapter, and that page starts off as Julien Alfred, 100-meter Olympic gold medalist of 2024. Like, that's crazy to me, dog. I hope that she handles the success that's coming to her, because I know, and me encountering Julien, she's a very sweet person. She's a very humble individual. She's a very respectful athlete. And I know that she likes to just be Julien. She don't care about the fame, the glit, the glory, all that kind of stuff like that. You could tell that when she lined up for that semis and she lined up for that finals, she went deep. Because usually you watch her, she's out there waving to the crowd, hey. But when she was in that semis, she went dark mode on y'all, boy. Them eyes, don't play with me. Don't play with me. That's what she looked like. And she showed that again for the final. Don't play with me. You understand? They might be dropping off, but I'm about to drop everybody off.
Listen, man, to America, shout out to Melissa Jefferson and Sha'Carri Richardson. I know in America it's just, you guys, the accomplishment, you guys only want to see gold. But for Sha'Carri's first Olympics, silver medal is still a great accomplishment. Shout out to Melissa Jefferson. She's coming back from so much. A lot of people don't know her backstory. I've heard a little bit of it, not from her, but from people around her. You know what I mean? To come from where she came from to get a bronze medal in her first Olympics is amazing. So definitely shout out to them too. Shout out to Star Athletics. They are coached by Dennis Mitchell. So, both of them, that's both of our former coach. Shout out to Team Star Athletics and to Dennis Mitchell for that accomplishment. Congratulations to them.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, I want y'all to realize before social media goes crazy and they start making speculations or they say people, oh, they out here choking and doing everything. I need y'all to understand the magnitude that goes into the fact of you standing at that start line and a stadium's full with over 100,000 people, right? Millions of people watching from home. Your parents, your mama, your daddy, your grandparents, everybody, your lineage is watching. People you went to school with that you don't even talk to anymore watching you. The world stops to watch to see who's going to be the fastest woman in the world or the fastest man in the world. This is a heavy, heavy thing to carry. So when you stand at that line and when that announcer says, run us to your mark, and you get down in them blocks and you looking straight down at that Mondo track and there's nothing else you can think about except waiting on the fact that the announcer is going to say, set. And you can hear a pin drop. That moment right there, bro, is the heaviest moment you can have in your whole life. I'm sorry. Because it's one of them coming to Jesus moments where you realize, it is, bro. When you realize everything that you worked hard for is in this moment. Everything that you wish for and you dream for is in this moment. Everything that you said when you was a little kid, I want to be Olympic gold medalist, is in that moment. In that moment, it's actually a couple of seconds. Because when you hear set, you raising that ass, and that gun goes off, there's no turning back, bro. History's about to be made. You got to lock in. You got to tap in. You got to be focused. And everything that you worked on to get to that moment, you got to be able to just focus on that. Because if you don't, the moment is going to be bigger than you.
Listen, I definitely could only take your word for it because you've been there 3 times in 3 Olympics and you've earned every color medal, gold, silver, and bronze in the 3 Olympics that you represented. So y'all listen to this man. You're talking to an experienced man who've experienced every medal, but let's remember he medaled in every Olympics he was in. So, you know what I mean?
So shout out to Sha'Carri. Shout out to Melissa. Definitely shout out to her, man. Coaching change is hard to believe in the whole new system, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And for her to come out and have a great season that she's had, and to come away with a Olympic gold medal around her neck.
It's a W.
It's a W, exactly.
It's a W for her.
What do you feel like is going to happen going into this 4x1 women's relay now?
I still believe, well, let's start with it is a blow to Jamaica. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like they put out that Shelly was injured, but from the video I saw, I don't think she's injured. Hopefully she runs the 4x1. But if she doesn't, Jamaica's grits. Jamaica's grits. Jamaica's grits. If Shelly-Ann doesn't run the 4x1 with those other young girls, they're grits. But I still have America breaking the world record. They have the firepower to do it. Listen, T.T. Terry still closed out in her first Olympics in the final, which is still a great accomplishment for her, man. You know what I mean? At 10.97, I think she got 5th place. Still a great accomplishment. I know it's not the accomplishment that she wanted, but it's still a great accomplishment. They got those 3 legs that were in the final. And then they have a Gabby Thomas. They have an Aaliyah Hobbs. They have Tamari Davis. They have so many people they could put on this relay, but all of them are sub-11 runners. They have the firepower to beat the world record. Now, if they have the great mesh or the great, continuity to get that baton around seamlessly, we don't know. But they had not so good handoffs last time, and they ran pretty close to the world record. So in my head, if they clean it up a little bit with the legs they already have, I'd say maybe 40.80, 40.7. You know what I mean? I can see it.
All right. Well, we have you on record, so we're going to see.
Yeah, shoot. And you can't erase the internet.
Yeah. You know how they're going to be in the comments. Rodney,
listen.
you said.
Yeah, you said. Listen, these are only predictions. At the Olympics, anything can happen. Anything.
Well, let's get since we are finished with the crowning the world's fastest woman,
and
right?
Julien Alfred
from St. Lucia. Let's get popping what the semis look like for the men tomorrow, man. First of all, let's talk. Do you want to talk about what the prelims look like?
Let's talk about the prelims, man. Exactly. Some of the things that I said was going to happen happened. Keyshawn went out there and did Keyshawn. He was out there with his head on a swivel like a free safety, like he played football at 50 meters. But
I can't.
That boy look like Ed Reed, boy. That boy out there like this.
Which is crazy to me because I don't understand how athletes can like run at high rates of speed and not look forward down the track. Like beyond the 50-meter mark, Keyshawn ain't just looking at the scoreboard or the time clock. He's just like this running.
Now you done did a few checks. Now you didn't do it like that. You did like some body checks where you check to your left, check to your right, and just motor it down. But Keyshawn be like this.
Listen, bro. Listen. I check like I'm crossing the street. Like, all right, okay, cool. Keyshawn look like he looking at the new episode of House of Dragons, boy.
Yeah.
That's how he looking. He looking at the next episode of House of Dragons, dog. Like he literally like not looking down the track. He looking at the scoreboard or he's looking at the clock. I don't know what he's looking at, but I want to ask him one day, what you be looking at when you running? Because you running way too fast to be looking away from where you going, bro.
Hey, he looked amazing. I mean, as expected, he looks like he's ready for the moment. He looked like he's feeding on the moment. You know I said I haven't watched him run rounds in a meet of this caliber, but he looked like he's handling it well. But it will get a little tougher for him as the rounds go on, and we'll see how he handles that.
He finished his heat with a 10 flat.
10 flat. Well,
Very
the 10 flat. Remember circling around just like I said. He did like a little dance move. You know what I mean? In the middle of the race. He looked crazy. Exactly what I said was going to happen with Noah and Hinchcliffe, Louis.
You did. You said that.
You will go back to their London Diamond League. You watch that race. Louis does not look happy. And I'm pretty sure his coach, Carl Lewis, talked him up. And he probably said, in this heat, let's go out there and make a statement. Let's handle our first half and let's respond to whatever Noah give us. And he sure enough did.
I like the fact how Carl is coaching. Carl is coaching Louis to run 100 meters like he ran 100 meters. And a lot of people always want to say they want to catch on to the new trend and this is how you got to run, drive phase, all this kind of stuff like that. And Carl is a acceleration coach. He sets you up angle-wise in the beginning. He tells you don't be stressed about anybody gets out in front of you and worry about your step downs, your technique, and your race pattern. And Louis is to the T. Louis is nowhere the height of Carl Lewis at all. No. And he runs very similar to Carl and a Leroy. Yep. And the second half of that race, you better watch out because Louis coming.
He definitely is. Kenny Bernard looked really good too, man. He controlled this race from start to finish. He looked like handling daily business like this the heats. Let me get on, win this heat and get on out of here. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.
Kenny looked dangerous. I'm going to let you right now. I trained with Kenny. And when Kenny came into track, Kenny was like, I know nothing about track and field. I just run. All I know is I put one foot in front of the other and I just run. That's Kenny. I ain't gonna lie. Kenny will tell you to the truth. I was like, I don't know nothing about track and field. I'm just gonna get out here and run. And watching Kenny now blossom and mature into the elite athlete he is today and how he able to handle the rounds and how he did, he looks like he's gonna be dangerous, bro. Like he looked like he ready to get on that podium. If not, on the top of that podium for sure.
True. Oblique looked really good too. That's my head pick. Like, you know what I mean? That's my sleeper pick for this gold medal. I feel like, if he gets it right, he could have the night of his life. A lot of people gonna come in the comments and say wrong. They're gonna be like, you just said Keyshawn. I did. But like I said, I feel like Oblique is in that perfect
That's
moment.
what you feel.
Yeah.
So we gotta separate from your stats of what you think to what you feel.
Yeah, my stats say Oblique could pull it off. My heart says Keyshawn's going to do it. You know what I mean? But he looked really good in this heat also. You know what I mean? But per as usual, in the World Championships, he looks really good in his heats as usual also. You know what I mean?
I think before we jump off the prelims, man, I want to say that I felt like Noah was doing a little too much in that prelims. Like, I think that he was trying to search for the perfect start and try to add the start to his repertoire and get out there in front of everybody. Noah, just do your thing, bro. Like, don't worry about reinventing the wheel. Like, you've already ran a 9.8 low, which could be 9.79. Like, you're getting the job done. Just focus on what you got to focus on, do what you got to do, and turn that race into a foot race. Be there against a Keyshawn, be there against a Fred, be there against those guys who are going to be on that second half of that race. We've seen you do it time and time again. You proved so many people wrong, bro. If you going to come out here to get this gold medal, don't try to go out there and reinvent the wheel, bro. Just do your thing. Handle business.
I think him and his coach, Lance Brahman, will definitely get it right in the semis. You know what I mean? They shake the cobwebs off or whatever, and they're going to come back. We're going to see a different Noah tomorrow. I don't think that we see what happened today happen again. So I definitely think they shake that off. Who else we had in these?
We had Simbine. Simbine had a really good, strong race. Simbine, to me, is the most seasoned athlete that's out there right now. I raced against him throughout the years. I think he knows how to get the job done. Now I think it's one of his time, man, to get on that podium. If this is what he can do, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Fred Curley.
Oh yeah, Fred looked good. Fred looked good. You know what I mean? I've seen Fred says he's the gold medalist, and usually when Fred says something, he delivers. So even though Fred's not in my picks, I mean, Fred is my dark horse. You know what I mean? But Fred gonna see me and be like, "Why am I your dark horse? I should always be a gold medal pick, no matter what." Fred is just based on what I see, buddy. You know what I see?
I can hear Fred now. Nah, bro, you had me at dark horse, bro.
Yeah. Don't dap me up. Don't give me no love. You don't love me. But Fred, I do. I have with you. But
semis for tomorrow, man. It seemed like the lineup is going to be a big lineup, bro.
One of those lineups. Listen, boy, all them boys gonna have to scat. They gonna have to scat faster than a scat pack. Cause you got and what he done.
We got round one.
Call those names.
Hold on.
Shoot, I got you round one right here.
Go ahead, do that.
Semifinal one, Noah Lyles, Louis Hinchcliffe, Oblique Seville, Favor Ash. Well, they gonna have to run. Them four right there.
Hold up. I think who you said, Noah Lyles?
Noah Lyles.
Okay.
Louis Hinchcliffe.
Okay.
So it's a rematch of yesterday with them two.
Okay, got you.
But now you put Oblique Seville in there, bad boy. So now, and you know better than anybody, only top two go through.
I think that's going to be a good gauge for Noah. He has the opportunity to go head to head with Louis again. I think Louis will be a great gauge for him on working on his top end speed, going through the finish line, because you know Louis gonna give his all, for sure. And Oblique gonna be right there. And that's a matchup that we saw in Jamaica where I feel like Noah was caught off guard with Oblique. So now he has a chance to kind of readjust himself and see how that matchup is gonna be between these two guys who already had a target on them.
You're 100% correct. And the men's 100 meters semifinal too is hard also, bro. They got Kenny Bernard, Taboho, Simbini, and your Olympic champion, Lamont Jacobs, even though it looked like he was a little sluggish today. Hopefully he knocked the carbacks off to try to defend.
Oh, we got Akeem Blake, though, in there, too.
Oh, yeah, we do got Akeem Blake. Nah.
That's going to be...
We can't kind of Akeem Blake. He is definitely a 9-second runner. So we'll see what that semifinal is hard also. Like, and the only top two go through.
Top two go through. I am ready to see this semi number 3.
Semi number 3.
And the reason why I say I want to see the semi number 3, because I feel like between Fred Curley, Ferdinand, Omanyala, and Keyshawn, you also got Zarnell and Andre DeGrasse.
Jeez.
You understand? This is going to test Keyshawn for the second half of his 100 meters.
Especially with Fred Curley.
Yeah,
because Fred gonna know he gonna have to run.
He gonna have to run. And he gonna see exactly what he's up against going into that finals. And both of those individuals are very strong, powerful individuals.
Yeah, they actually mirror each other. When I think about it now, Keyshawn, and Fred, they probably counterparts. Like they both run super powerful. So that's going to be an awesome race. No disrespect to the other runners, but listen, that's going to be a great race between them. But it's going to be up to those other runners to shut it down and to show the world that it ain't them two, it's us two.
Well, Ferdinand Omanyala and Andre DeGrasse, they both have similar running styles, bro. They late comers. Like they usually don't have a most amazing start, but their second half of their race, they usually be coming on strong. So we're gonna see what happens, man.
Oh yeah, and Ferdinand said he feel like it's disrespectful for people to say you only run fast in Kenya. Hey, or run 9.7s in Kenya. We in Paris, buddy. Now it's time.
You go get that medal, boy.
Get that
go get that medal.
Shoot, but that's setting up that semifinal tomorrow, man. That's gonna be the end of our show, bro.
That's it, boy. We ready for the next day, man. So we're gonna go to sleep, wake up like it's Christmas, and be like, hey, it's time to see who's going to be the world's fastest man over 100 meters with a shiny gold around their neck.
We thank you guys for watching today, man. Hopefully y'all join us tomorrow live from Paris on our next show from Ready, Set, Go!